Hello, this video is for our remote families and those of you who have to take the adaptive progress monitoring. So your teacher will be in contact with you. We have to do this in the month of March, and this is something that the state's requiring. There's two tests. There is a reading and a math test. So if you're a remote student, you can take this test from home. First of all, if you used a school computer, it should already be set up, and I'll make a separate video for that if you borrowed one of our laptops. The other thing is you can also use an at-home computer. So what you first need to do, and I'll provide the link for you guys in the description below, is check your ability to system requirements for what computer you can use. So if you take a quick glance here, this shows you operating systems that are support. Windows has to be version 8 to 10. Also Mac OS versions are right here. And even iPad can be taken on an iPad. So that is something that you guys can look at. And then Chromebooks, we have some Chromebooks here. And it's a little more complicated with a Chromebook, but everything is right there. All right, so the first thing we want to do is I'm going to look at this document here. This is actually for teachers, but I'm going to show you some insight here. I'm going to put this link also in the description below, so check this out. This is the Diagnostic Checker. So once you make sure that your system is correct on that page, the Diagnostic Checker is what you want to click first. Go ahead and click that. It will bring you to a site that says what operating system you're using and what browser you're using, and if it's a secure browser. If you you can take this adaptive progress monitoring on a supported browser, but you can also use a secure browser, and if you borrowed one of our computers, it will be a secure browser on there. So what I would recommend is I'll also put a link to the secure browser downloads, including iPad, that you have to download, and check that out. Okay, so there'll be a link that'll show all the secure browsers. And if you look here real quick, here's how you download it for Windows. If you have a Mac, also if you have an iPad, it'll give you a link to the App Store. Okay, Chrome's a little more complicated. There is a installation guide if you have a personal Chromebook at home, and it'll walk you through how to do that. It's possible. Okay. The next thing is, so back on that network diagnostic check. So if I'm in here and I'm going to show you this link in the description below, but it'll be called the Diagnostic Checker. The Diagnostic Checker is what you will check to make sure your system is good and up and running. So first thing you'll check is I am a student who will be testing remotely. Okay, so the kids on campus are going to use our machines and our equipment, so there's no issue there for them. I'll do that independently. But if you're at home, you want to make sure that your internet's fast enough. Will your webcam be enabled? Go ahead and click yes, okay, because that's going to be the optimal thing that it's going to test for. And go ahead and run the test. This takes anywhere between 20-30 seconds, and then it will produce a result to you that will say, yes, it works, it's fast enough, or no, I'm going to need some more bandwidth or something. So basically what it does is it does like an internet speed test. It tells you what your speeds are, and it tells you a little verbiage. Given the current network conditions, your available bandwidth meets or exceeds the necessary requirements. That's what we want to look for. If yours does not tell you that, let us know, or let your teacher know, so that we can figure out an alternative way to test. Okay, but that's what we're looking for. The next part I want you to check is down here at the bottom. There is an audio and video check. Okay, so when you open this, go ahead and check the ability for the browser to allow you for the camera. Hello, and you can say, hey, do I see myself? Yes. Sound check. You play a little sound. Do you hear it? I also recommend using your own headphones that are wired. Don't use wireless headphones for this, because there could be issues during testing that might lose connection, and we don't want to mess with that there. So let's try to use wired headphones. So if you heard that, yes. It'll also ask you to record with your microphone and play it back to make sure that you heard that. and also play the little video and sound together to make sure that works. So if all that looks good, you're going to go ahead and say you could hear it and everything is good there. If for some reason any of those things don't work, let us know and we'll try to figure out an alternative way to do it. Okay. So yeah, that is basically the diagnostic test, or the bandwidth diagnostic test that you're going to run on your computer. And there's another option here, remote connectivity check. So this one will do a couple different things, and I'll go ahead and run that one too. It'll check different things like the device network capability, and then it should just give you something like this easy, everything passed. If it says something different, let us know too, okay? All right, so that is the first step I want you guys to take, is to check to make sure your computer and your network is able to handle this test from home. And let us know if you have any questions. Thanks.